It's showtime, folks. Hi, everyone, and no, I don't even want to get through the intro first without saying thank you. We just hit 200,000 subscribers. I never in a million years thought that I would be saying those words. Today's video is not about subscriber milestones. It's about you, how important you are, the viewers, to me personally. And it is about how much I appreciate you. So with that first being said, now we can do it. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Pal to Tech. Today, of course, we are at 200,000 subscribers and almost 30 million views. It has been quite the journey since the first video was launched in March of 2019. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Pal to Tech. Hey, guys. Welcome to Pal to Tech. Okay, this intro is not going anywhere. First unboxing video. Chapter 1 of this channel is now coming to an end. Those of you that have been with this channel from the very beginning know that it started out as a tech education channel. If you try and shove the battery in, you gotta take that off. Okay, have a look at this. I want to make more videos. I wish I had more hours in the day. As I'm trying to demo this to you, the app is not functioning properly. I just work here, you know? I just deal with broken lights. That's what I do. Broken lights. But it quickly turned into a photography education one with a huge focus on Fujifilm cameras. I love it. 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 Look at that. Today we are talking about back button focus. This is the Fujifilm show. All I care about is the gear. Over 550 videos have been published right here, as well as a number of live streams and podcasts. And some of them I'm very proud of. Others, not so much. With anything in life, you try and always do the best possible job that you can, but you don't always hit the mark. But the second that you've uploaded that finished video, you immediately jump into the next one and you keep on going. The number one teaching philosophy that I think I've stuck to when it comes to creating these videos is this: never make a video that says stop. As in, stop doing this, or that one thing that you need to stop doing. Never teach in the negative. Viewers don't like to be scolded or to be taught in a manner that seems to come from a place that tries to make you look better and like you know what you're doing. No, be as positive as you can. In fact, so much so that your viewers can feel the excitement and the passion oozing out right from the screen. Basically, you need to stop saying stop. So I recently reviewed a number of my old videos, and I actually thought it would be fun to call out a few of them for our long-term channel subscribers. What was the video that took the longest amount of time to film and shoot? That would be the time-lapse photography video. This was all over the map. I mean, it ended up being shot in Atlanta, Washington, D.C., and Jekyll Island, Georgia. And it took weeks to put together, mostly because I was pretty disorganized as well as many other things. What video resulted in myself getting the least amount of sleep as I was working on it nonstop? Actually, there's a few videos that fit that category, but the most intense were the XS20 review and the new X-Half video that was just done. For both of those videos, I had a shorter testing time than I had wanted, and I did a lot of testing, a lot of editing, a lot of changing stuff around, or just moving from there back into the studio, re-recording things, coming back in. So yeah. So what was the most fun I ever had making a video? That was a hard one for me to think about because there were a lot of them competing for that spot. But I must say, in looking back over 6 years, the single most fun I've had making a video was the silly gimbal one-arm challenge video shot right here in this studio with my entire family. So the whole point of this challenge, now I'm doing what's called filler to keep you entertained. Well, I'm really in a lot of pain here. It was such a fun shooting day. On the other hand, one of the more difficult videos for me to make on this channel was the recent All You Can Leave Behind, where I talked about losing our family home in Los Angeles earlier this year. So what do you think is the single most important video that I consider has ever been published on this channel? It was called Facing My Greatest Fear, and I was terrified to get a certain medical procedure that men over a certain age should all get, but I did it. And by going in there and doing it, doctors found and they fixed what could have turned into a serious problem for me. And because the hospital was located only about 10 minutes away from here, I returned back immediately following the procedure. Still dizzy and still high on propofol, I stumbled into this studio, turned on the camera, and pressed record. This may be the very first Fujifilm YouTube channel video that was done partially while still out of it on anesthesia. After the video was published, doctors, nurses, and medical professionals wrote to me privately, and they told me how important it was to make a video like that. But what really hit home was when I started to get messages from viewers saying that because of that video, they decided to go ahead and go in and have the same procedure that they had also been putting off. And they ended up catching something early that just might have saved their life. So yeah, I mean, it was a hard decision, that or a lens review, but I do consider it to be my most important video ever on the channel, though trust me, I have no memory at all of filming it. And finally, I've often been asked what video I'm the most proud of, the one that I think has been the best video published on this channel so far. And for me, that was the Is Your Photography Telling the Right Story video. And I actually think that it carries one of the more important photography messages that I could deliver on this channel. If you've not yet seen it, I will leave a link to it along with the other videos that I mentioned down in the description below. Now, as the years passed and the channel gained more subscribers, I definitely noticed that any mistakes that I would make on camera would become highlighted with a very bright spotlight that would get brighter and brighter with the increasing number of subscribers. And that makes sense, right? The more people that are watching the channel, the more eyeballs are there to catch it when you make a mistake or screw something up. And I must say that even the most difficult and sometimes hard to hear criticism usually contains an element of truth to it. So, with that said, I do want to tell you how appreciative I am of all of your feedback during the past 6 years, positive and critical, because it represents your time. It represents your keystrokes. You gave me your feedback and your thoughts for free, and it ended up helping this channel in ways that you can't even imagine. Let's now have a toast to reaching the 200,000 milestone. I have had this bottle of special Kentucky bourbon sitting in this studio for years. In fact, it's been used, and you've probably seen it, countless times to demonstrate camera IBIS, focus performance, low light, ISO noise, all that stuff. And I always see it, right? It's either on the shelf over there or I'll keep it right there. I am always seeing it every time I come in here. And I always tell myself, I will open this at the next big milestone. But this isn't a numerical milestone for me. The fact it's 200,000 subscribers gives me an excuse to make a video like this instead of a, camera review. But what this is about is the ending of one chapter and the beginning of another, and celebrating you. So with that said, please get your glasses out right now, even if you only have water, which I'm sorry about that. But whatever you have, let's raise a toast. Oh, get your glasses ready. Here's to 200,000 subscribers. We did it in 6 years. But more importantly, here's to you. Here's to the channel. Here's to photography, filmmaking, and creativity. And here's to many more. Cheers and thank you. I should have opened that sooner. As far as what's ahead for the next chapter of this channel, I will tell you that it's going to be a lot more of the same content that you came here for. Education, photography, camera, lens videos, that sort of thing, with some life advice thrown in from time to time. I have a very, and I mean a very special podcast coming for you in just a few weeks that I never in a million years thought that I would ever, or imagined that I could ever make. That's all I'm going to say. I cannot wait for you to see it. Before I sign off, I want to say a special thank you to our Backstage and YouTube channel members. I've said this before, but you are the reason that the lights remain on around here, and you make it possible for everyone to enjoy these videos and for them to be produced. I just can't thank you enough for your support. In fact, the next chapter of this channel is going to be more focused on connecting with Backstage members, YouTube channel members, other photographers, filmmakers, and myself getting out of this windowless studio a lot more often. When I started this channel, a huge part of my motivation was having fun sharing the making of these videos with my kids. Here's a quick look at some of those experiences. So the microphone needs to be...
I'm still recording,
Good.
Dad.
That's fine, that's all right. I want you to look like off just over at the trees.
Bye, filter.
Bye, filter. That's good, good. Incorporate music into your videos. That's excellent. What that shows is that you can go pretty far and get excellent audio with this thing. Excellent. Well done.
I've done about a quarter of a mile.
Remember to talk loudly when you're doing that, because the roar of that is going to kill your audio.
Thank you, Dad.
And my assistant is going to take an X-T3 camera with a 400S Pro mounted to it.
Dad, they're different cameras. Of course they're different.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be. There is no teleprompter, so you have to improvise it. Basically, that means you have to say whatever you want to say.
Goodbye, now leave.
Goodbye, now leave. Oh, you talk to the audience. But now they themselves have closed out their own chapter, and they'll soon be moving away and starting their own lives. I was going through some of the old footage for this very video, and I came across a collection of clips from past videos that I had done where I was giving advice, trying to inspire, getting annoyed sometimes, but most importantly, being real and connecting the most with you. Some of you have been with this channel from the very beginning, and you really are a second family to me, now more than ever. And you give the channel and myself the energy, the motivation, and most importantly, the purpose to enter into this new chapter and the reason to be here. Well, thank you so much for being here and being a part of this crazy ride. I hope you found it helpful, or at least entertaining. And if you did, please give it the like and subscribe. And I mean, give it a like and subscribe, right? Give it a like, and you know what? I like the like and subscribe better. So be sure to give it the like and subscribe. I will see you in a new video very soon. Take care. Sorry for the rant. I had more confidence back in my high school photography class than I do right now. You are making a huge difference in at least my life. I wound up driving my family as the ambulance to the hospital, where we spent the time watching the eclipse from the emergency room. The art of photography is not about gear. What you need most of all is that passion and joy forever pushing you forward, exciting you, motivating you, challenging you, inspiring you, until you're shooting with just your heart and not your gear. No is the most important word in the English language. Amazing change and amazing transformation comes from the smallest and simplest of tools. There's only one person on earth that can shoot with a creative style that's as good as yours, and that's you. Okay, that was really deep. Thanks for watching. I need more coffee. Right. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to get the... If you haven't subscribed, I'm so sick of talking about if you haven't subscribed. Just thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon.